In 2020, with the support of my friend Chris Haynes, I decided to go to the Bonneville Salt Flats to try to go over 200 miles an hour on a motorcycle. It was a 2011 Suzuki Hayabusa 1350, and it wasn't turbocharged or heavily modified. The manufacturer says the top speed of the bike is 194, so we had to pull every trick in the book to get it to go over 200. I had never ridden this bike before. I'm a dirt racer, and I really didn't know what it would feel like or what I needed to do. I was at Speed Week, put on by the Southern California Timing Association, and I had to get licensed up to go up to 150, another license to go over 150, and another license to go over 175, and then ultimately over 200. There are black markers every quarter of a mile and orange signs marking every mile. And you have to average a given speed over a full mile in order to be recognized as going that fast. On my fifth run, I got a really bad speed wobble at 194 miles an hour, and I couldn't stop it, and it lasted for 8 or 10 seconds. And what I learned is that you have to be very still and quiet on the bike. You can't make any sudden moves, so you have to be almost like a jockey, the weight off the seat on the foot pegs. Once I figured that out, it never happened again. For 6 runs in a row, we were stuck at 188 miles an hour. That's all the bike would go. So we had to make adjustments to the tires, to the chain, to the windshield. We took the front brake lever off. We put C12 race gas in it. We put a 39-tooth sprocket on instead of a 40 and stayed in 5th gear, and made many other little tweaks to try to get it to go faster and faster. It took 5 days to get this bike to go over 200. Some days there was a headwind, a quartering headwind, and that makes a big difference, the wind speed. The day we ultimately went over 200, there was very little wind. In the morning, the salt is hard, like rough concrete. And as the day heats up and the sun beats on the salt, it gets more slippery. And so the morning is the best time to go as fast as you're gonna go. I stayed far right on the course to stay out of the ruts that were made by the high horsepower cars that were on the course before me. And whenever I hit a rut, I could feel my rear wheel spin and a little shake, a little creepy at 200 miles an hour. On my 13th run, we finally did it at 202.32 miles an hour, and we followed it up with another run at 202.36. And we'd been trying for 5 days.
.576 in mile 2, just a hair under 200 in the quarter. In mile 3, 2:01.5.
I owe it all to my team. It was a beautiful moment there, celebrating out on the salt. A moment that you work for and that you live for. Track was a little soft toward the end. Whew, that is exhilarating.
200.